okay? Just a song before I go, to whom it may concern. Yeah, sex class, okay? I have no problems with sex. I enjoy sex. It's part of life. It's part of the gift. It's part of that. It's a management of your emotions. Dad saying you control it or it controls you. You can try to control your situation as best you can, like explained in the parable. You can. That's where everybody thinks their demons and their hell is their sexuality, and we're tied to it. I heard Judy Krishnamurti, Krishnamurti, Bob Stecker, till they all talk about the sex, not sex for this. Sex is a very fulfilling, beautiful part of life in the right proper context and everything like that. It's a management of your emotion, just like Jesus talks about, Muhammad talks about, Joseph Smith talks about. There's nothing wrong with sex. I have no problems with sex. And you have certain societal norms for a reason. You have certain, it has to be consensual. It has to be not manipulated. It has to be understood. It has to be of mutual benefit to help the person have the most beautiful and intelligent interface that they can. I have no problems with sex. I want it to be in the most loving, intelligent, protecting. It's a form of protection. It's a form of it. So I want it to be in that most beautiful fashion as it can possibly be. I like sex. It's like Al G when he said that to me, the whole thing with being faithful to me. Oh no, you did. Sex is important to me. If I couldn't get it from my girl, I'd get it somewhere else. It's important to me, and it's hard to manage. And I understand where you're coming from, but I give what I put into it. And if I go from here to there to go get it and stuff like that, that's all I'm going to get is sex. And I want a little something. How deep is your love? I want it a little bit deeper, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's hard to manage, hard to, it's difficult at best. Our sexuality and our sexual beingness is not to be judged and not to be held under trial. And it's just something we're meant to work through in the best humanly possible way we can, given the conditions and the things that we're set up, and help people work through them. And that's what we're going to do. And that's what we do. Judge not lest you be judged. Work through it as best you can and try your best and always ask God for help. That's what I do. And that's how I get through. I have no problems with sex. You guys are most of the ones with all your problems with your sex. Oh my God, you're a pervert. I'm not. And I got the surveillance to prove it. Yeah. I got a backup. It may not come out now, may not come out 20 years from now, 100 years from now. Don't care. All I know is what I did, how I lived, and how I did it, and how I asked for help, how I got help, and how I made it through. And it wasn't me. It had to be God. Because if it was left up to me, I would have screwed up a lot worse than I ever did. Do you understand me? But I didn't, because I asked for help. And it was given. And so I guess I deserved it. And I don't know what else I deserved. But it's part of life. You guys, sex is something that, everybody has a lot of issues about. I've seen everybody doesn't always feel the most attractive, feel the most beautiful, and everybody wants to. I remember me and Jessica, we were talking about Dominic with the whole thing about that stuff, and he can get a little full. He's a very attractive, neat kid. And he's very handsome and smart and fun, and we all want to be sexually attractive and people that like us and be attracted to us and feel good about ourselves and feel sexy and feel intelligent and smart and fun and just special. So it's part of a normal human reaction. We want to be sexy. I want to be sexy. I want the girl to be with me to think that I'm sexy. I want to make her feel sexy. I want her to feel sexy. She is sexy. I'm obviously thinking you're sexy. I would not be here having sex with you if I didn't think that you had any form of sex. Well, what if you're not having sex with me? Then am I not sexy? No, it's not necessarily always the case. And it's a connection thing. Don't worry about it. You're special. Find that person who makes you feel special, makes you feel sexy. You make them feel sexy. They may not be perfect, but you can make each other feel very good and very loved, right? It's not all about sex, but it is a fun, important part of our communication, our existence, our procreation, our enjoyment, our love, our connections, our communications. It can happen in many different ways. It's happened to me a lot, being presented the two women thing. It's very tempting. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Can't tell you, don't know. When it gets presented again, I don't know. I can't tell you for sure. I can't tell you what I'll do. I can't tell you what my human frailties and weaknesses will accept or is not really accept, or was I being too self-righteous, or did I don't know. Can women? Obviously, there are women that can handle it. There's different situations, different strokes for different folks. Stop talking to me about all this stuff. You're confusing the hell out of me. Sex is a very open book with a whole bunch of different things to it, but try to be as protecting, loving, and let the maturation take itself. There's a reason why we hit certain maturation periods in our bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, quinceañeras, when we hit our menstrual cycles and our growing the pubes, and you don't need to just throw yourself right into it. Okay, I've got pubes and I can start producing sperm that can let me go stick it in there. Slowly roll down. Hold on, baby boy. Control it or it controls you, just like Dad said. The same with the girls. Control it or it controls you, baby. I don't know how to help you control it. I have trouble controlling it myself sometimes, but I do a pretty decent job. I think we all do. Obviously. Some of us don't. Yeah, I see the human traffic. Yeah, it needs to stop. Well, let's just understand that we're management, that we're all very sexual, and let's let everybody let's make it not manipulated, but mutual agreeing sexual relationships that we can work with, understand, and just try your best. Try your best. That's all I can tell you. It's very difficult being a human being at best. All right? Sexuality. You guys, it's your ticket to hell. It's your ticket to heaven. Heaven and hell right there. A lot of it revolves around sexuality, and a lot of people are, it's one of the main topics of conversation that always comes up into my mind, and I'm always having people throw it up into me and throwing it out, and throwing about this, you're a pervert, no, I'm not. I like women. Well, look at that woman's, but I know, I put those pictures up there. We're all different. That's fine, isn't it? That's the most, guys, don't judge them. It would be nice to have a woman like that at home. And you just showing that to me? You look nice in that dress. That dress came off and that was underneath it. Wow. Can we close the doors now and what if she comes over? I don't know. That's between you guys. You work it out. But remember, everything that you open up, you're opening up sometimes it may be more than you can chew. It may seem like a great idea at the time, but it could open up into things that you may not want to handle that can cause competitions and jealousies. And that's why it's probably best when it's one-on-one. Do you understand? The whole monogamy, that's why. I mean, different strokes for different folks, but focus on monogamy, focus on holy covenants, focus on love. We're not always going to hit the mark, and it's not always going to happen that way. Try your best. I've always tried my best, and I hope for the best. I just hope for the best. That's all I can do is pray for the best help that I can get and hope for the best, and hope that the best possible outcome will come out, and we'll all get the best possible outcome that we possibly can receive. That's how my view is on sexuality. Protect, teach, don't manipulate. Let people realize it's not a form of competition and manipulation. It's a form of protection, love, communication, and mutual exchange that you may not want to always see. So make sure it's a very special. Like my dad said, you can have sex with anybody. It must be with somebody you really care about and really trust. And we'll protect you and take care of you, and you'll take care of them, and all the superlatives that you can think of and more. Okay? Ask God for all the help you can in your sexuality and dealing with yourself and with other people. Okay? All the help, and it will be given, and then you'll have meaningful sexual relationships. They'll have a lot of meaning and a lot of depth, and they'll help form better sexual relationships for us in the present and in the future. This is my belief. All right? I love you guys. I got to get going. Give me your sex classes. You guys are cool. I like sex too. It's a part of life, and it's a beautiful part of life, something we got to worry. Not everybody does it like you. Not everybody's cloistered. Not everybody's hiding behind closed doors and stuff like that. Some people are very out there with it. It's how it's said, try to be as tasteful, intelligent, and preserving of your relationships. Don't make them an exhibition for all to see. Make it a private, beautiful thing. But sometimes, some people can walk around belly dancers, it's fine. We just have to learn to control ourselves and understand the culture and say, oh, wow, this is different, but I can handle myself. You control it or it controls you. You understand? We can do it. This is the 21st century. We're getting better. All right, guys? America, it's hard, but I don't run around, I'm going to screw everybody. I control myself very well with all this sexuality thrown at me. Other people do too. Okay? Let's do this, all right? Just love and be loved. All right. Blessings and peace.